Namaskar ji, and welcome to each and every one of you. As promised, I have with me the amazing, spiritual, beautiful, talented, motivational, and my superhero, and somebody who's my inspiration, Bindu Modi ji. Namaskar, pranam, and welcome.
Namaskar, Aarti ji. Pranam. How are you? Hope
I'm
everything is okay.
I'm good, thank you. I'm well, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for your time today because I know how busy you are. And especially with these new projects that you've been doing, it literally, when we confirmed that we would be able to do this interview today, I haven't been able to sleep. I've had goosebumps because I'm so excited because I'm thinking this is going to be an amazing opportunity to speak to you. And in our show, the main concept is that we hear your story from you, and
Oh,
that's what's really important. And, as I described earlier, you are a true inspiration. You're very motivational. You're a true inspiration. Every morning when I receive my WhatsApp message from you, when I hear from you, when I know, oh, Bindu is doing this now, she's working on this project, it makes me feel so motivated. And I really feel in my heart, Aarti, don't give up. Keep going, because if she can do it, you can do it as well. You give that positive vibe. So I want to say thank you, first of all, for doing this. And I want our viewers to know you, how well I know you as well. And I want them to know you better than I know you. So if we go, say, back to the start, when Bindu Modi was a young child, where did you stay? How did you come to England? Tell us about your journey.
okay, Aarti. You put me on a spot. But firstly, thank you so much for giving such a lovely introduction. Uh, I'm honored actually to be on your channel, and yes, it's a journey from a very young age, which I've always dreamt about. I am originally from Tanzania and a town called Mwanza. Um, so many memories and so many lovely times we've had there. But yes, the musical part was a journey which was quite difficult for me to pursue my dream, because I never had the chance to pursue it there. I always dreamt that I would get a chance where I am born, where I am from, but things were difficult. People were not that supportive to see the talent I had, I would say. कभी कभी लाइफ में ऐसे मौके मिलते हैं, तो उसको we should take the advantage of it. And I think coming to UK, I always wanted that I do something because I knew I could pursue it, my dream. And obviously got married here, settled down, stayed, was part of a very big family, joint family. So obviously it wasn't that easy, but then gradually I became a bit free and I started doing some prayers, which I think I managed to go this far is because I think the prayers I did. So let me say what prayers I used to do. I used to do prayers for people who passed away in their families. And that is the most difficult times where somebody really needs you to be there. I used to do prayers 1 hour every day at somebody's house who had lost their loved ones. And and I think I kept on doing it. And then I got finally a chance in one or two of these groups where they required somebody to do the chorus and just the supporting vocals and that. And I started doing that. And yes, and then I went along doing all that and finally managed to do something myself, have my own group, have my own identity to pursue my dream. And here I am today.
Wow. When was that moment, when you felt, I have a talent, I have a skill? Because sometimes we have a skill, we have a talent, like we can sing, we can write, but we don't realize that we have the talent. Or we don't realize that this is something that we can pursue. When was the time when you realized?
It was somebody, a very well-known friend who had a family, sort of bhajans, which were booked at one of these temples. And she really encouraged me to, sing for her, her bhajan booking. And she said, no, I really want you to be there, Bindu. So it was me and one of the other ladies who we both started together. And we went there and we thought, oh, okay, we will be joining one of the groups and we will do the, the supporting singing and bhajans and all that. But no, we were put on a spot by no musicians there, no singers there. And we just went in there and she said, that's it. That's the room where, that's the place you are sitting and you are going to do the bhajans for us. And one of these gentlemen, he was there and he said that, yes, Bindu, let's do it. Doesn't matter if musicians are not that, but we are capable of doing it. So without any musicians there, we managed to do that program. And then in one of these, in the public, one of these guys, he used to play harmonium and he had a tabla player. I mean, he was called in, but unfortunately, he thought that, these are new singers. How will they perform? Sometimes musicians think that we are not capable if we are performing with them the first time. And he didn't stand up from the chair. And once we started singing, he ran with his harmonium and he just sat with us. Wow. And he couldn't believe it that we performed.
Oh my God.
And I think that day I thought, no, we can do more than this. And on the same bhajans, we then decided to announce that we will now continuously be doing it. And that's it. And as we kept on going every single week or something like that, we tend to get people joining the group, and obviously new musicians started coming in, and we started taking bookings for my group, and that's how we pursued. So it was a journey which was very unacceptable.
Even the name of the group is very unique. How did you come about with the name?
No idea. We actually announced the name on that day. And we say, because I'm a big follower of Shivji. And it just came out that we were chanting, all the time Shiv's bhajans on that day. And then I said, the Sargam is there as well. So we then tend to make a name out of it. So we just called it Shivsargam.
Wow.
And we started off with Shivsargam, but we now Shivsargam group, but now it's become as a Shivsargam entertainment because it's broadly, expanded into doing so many things, not just bhajans. So it's just amazing. And it is such a good feeling that, I've managed to go this far just from nowhere to somewhere. So yes, Aarti.
It's been an amazing journey, and to pursue it, it couldn't have been easy because sometimes we have so many obstacles in front of us that we feel like giving up. So
Yeah.
what was your motivation? What kept you going?
I think whenever I used to go to this musical events or musical programs or anything, and I used to always picture myself as if they can do it, I can do it. And it's I don't know, it's in our culture they always think ladies can't do that, ladies can't, they're not allowed to do this and all that, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
But one of the groups I really admired um, was run by uh, female artists. So anybody playing the octopad was a female.
Wow.
Um, Singers were females, and obviously the father was running the group, and I absolutely adored that group, because I thought if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm so happy and so glad that I used to see the boy being there doing the tablas and that, his sister doing the percussions and that, dad obviously singing, and then two ladies in the vocalist, being vocalist and obviously doing the chorus. And I'm so glad that he is now in my group. He plays for my tablas for me, and it makes
Wow.
me so proud that if I wouldn't have seen them, I wouldn't have been able to be here today. And I thought, yes, they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I think that encouragement was, and that dream always kept on going, and I always kept on dreaming that yes, I will pursue my own track, my own creation one
Yeah.
day. And
And
finally that day has come, Aarti.
yeah, this is that, this
So
is that one day which
that
you've
is,
all
yeah,
been waiting for. I mean,
that,
when I heard the bhajan,
yeah,
I really could feel the blessings of Shiva. And I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
just saying this because you're in front of me. Um, I actually mean this from the heart. I could actually feel the blessings of the divine, because it was
yeah,
sang with so much love, and
yeah.
I would say there was, it was very, very spiritual and very humble. And it
Very
was such
humble,
an
and
amazing, humble effort. It was amazing. So it definitely touched my heart. And I would definitely encourage everybody out there to definitely listen to this and to make sure that you do support Binduji. So when was the time when you thought, Acha, I'm going to now, now this is a song that I want to, this is what I want to create. I love Shiva, so it has to be about Shiva.
yeah,
So how did you start the creation process? Because in everyday life we have, you've got concerts to deal with, you've got singers to organize, you've got your band to organize, you've got your work, your home, family. So amongst juggling with everything else, where did Superwoman find the time to work on this project?
you know what, eh, there is always if you believe in what you want to do, it's never too late, and there is always a plan, because if you have faith in him, he will guide you through that, and he'll make the way for you to actually create what you want to create. And I wanted to create those words whereby anybody who listens to it thinks, no, this is Shiva, this is what she's talking about, And the journey started. He himself provided that for me, where I am quite, involved into a spiritual organization, and they are called Brahma Kumaris, and they ask me to do any programs which are happening on a musical side. I do them. I do it for them, and I think he's the one. He's the savior, because I had so much faith. He put me onto that stage, And he opened my, my path to kind of think more and more about what I want to do. And we have been doing a Shivratri program for the past 3 years. And this chanting, I made it up because I wanted to perform something different. Obviously not last year, because due to COVID, everything was on a lockdown. So we didn't do a program last year, but the year before. And I created the lyrics for this chanting, and I obviously sang it on that stage. And for some reason, it gave me them vibration, them goosebumps, that I've created something and it should be out and people should listen to it.
Yeah.
And I've been planning for the past year or so to kind of make this track or the chanting which I'm making, and I've made it now, something which touches everybody's hearts. And I managed to do it. And I think he's the one who opened this path for me, this door for me. And I personally have recorded this, but it sends me goosebumps even if I listen to it. So I think he's the creator. He's the one who probably wanted me to do it. And it suddenly happened because for 1 year or so, we've been in the lockdown. And I thought I'll be able to do it. And no, the time wasn't ready. It was like you wasn't ready for it. So I told somebody else to make the music for me. What exactly I wanted and what I had pictured, he made it for me, but he didn't do what I wanted. So I asked somebody else to do it for me. And I think because it wasn't the right time, the guy made so much effort to make that music for me. It wasn't a success and it wasn't what I wanted. So I told somebody else. He did it within 2 weeks for me. So I think Lord Shiva was waiting for me to launch it when it was the right time, because I wanted to launch it in the Shravan Mas. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, Binduji, I'm a great believer that, everything's meant to happen exactly at the right moment. So when it's the right time, no matter how much you push, no matter how much you worry or stress, it's going to happen when it's going to happen, and it's going to happen at the right time. And especially when it's the work of the divine, क्योंकि हमारे मन में कई बार आ जाता है ना कि हमने किया, मैं कर रहा हूँ या मैं कर रही हूँ, एक्चुअली हम नहीं कर रहे होते, वो कर रहा होता है हमारे लिए, तो उसके हाथ में सब डोर होती है, तो वो अपनी मर्जी से वो करता है, क्योंकि वो तो नटराज है, तो सब सूर्य उनके उनकी वजह से हमें मिले हैं, जितने भी हम शब्द बोल सकते, जितनी भाषाएं, जितनी लैंग्वेजेस हैं, वो भी सब उनकी वजह से हम बोल सकते हैं। तो शिव की शक्ति मिलेगी तो तभी तो हम ये सब कर पाएंगे। So I really feel his blessings are with you.
That's absolutely true. मैं कभी हिंदी सीखी भी नहीं हूँ, बोलना भी नहीं आता था, और अभी तो I can like say fluently speak it, और इतना कोई डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं लगता जैसे मेरे को पहले लगता था। हिंदी was very hard for me क्योंकि मेरी लैंग्वेज गुजराती है, हिंदी मैंने कभी सीखा नहीं है, और मैं आई हूँ तंजानिया से, इंडिया से भी नहीं आई हूँ, तो इंडिया होती तो मैं शायद बोल पाती, लेकिन because I've come from another country, Hindi is not as a language spoken there. So लेकिन बहुत और the amazing part is that if I don't know if you know, I cannot read and write Gujarati. I cannot read and write Hindi.
Oh my days, that's shocking. That is very shocking.
I cannot read a word of Gujarati. I cannot read a word of Hindi or write. And
oh my God. And yet you sing bhajans in Hindi, you arrange concerts in Hindi, and in Gujarati, you sing bhajans in Hindi. I'm shocked.
Yeah. And when I went 3 years to India, I migrated there for 3 years. My daughter was studying in one of the colleges there. And when I, where I had my flat and where I was living, when I started, because it was such a nice, society where everybody was so friendly and very welcoming. So I started going there and singing for them, and they absolutely loved it. And they used to like what I sang. So they always used to ask me, oh, can we have the lyrics, please? And I says, I sing it in English. So I don't have the lyrics in Hindi. So then suddenly word started spreading that this lady who's come from London and she sings in English, the bhajans in English, not realizing, and everybody, and then when I used to go there, people crowded there expecting me to sing in English, but I was singing in Hindi. So I mean, they got confused because people kept on saying she sings bhajans in English. But it's just that I can't read in Hindi and Gujarati. So yeah, but then again, I've managed to, whatever I pronounce, I can pronounce properly, and that.
You
So you
sang
have to
really well. It is
prepare.
unbelievable because when I heard the bhajan, I was thinking, no, she sang this perfectly, and you can't tell that Hindi is something that you learned later on in life. It feels as if like Hindi is your first language. It's very very amazing. I mean, with your work, like in music, your work on stage with your group. You've worked with people who have been completely unknown in the music world and people who are extremely known in the music world. So with what has your experience been working with different spectrums of people? Because either you're speaking and having a normal conversation with Arti, who's just a normal person from London, or you're having sharing the stage with Anuradha Podwal, and it's something really big and something amazing. So how has your experience been on both, say, different spectrums of performing with different people and being with different people?
It's been an amazing journey, Arti. It's if you take music as an education, music to pursue and learn, and not kind of feeling having that attitude that that's it, I've shared a stage with a celebrity, or I'm working with the best musicians, and you come out being, oh, I am something, then you don't learn. Because music is educational. There is no limits, there's no boundaries, it doesn't have a language. So, and there's always new things coming out all the time. And yes, like you say, I have shared my musical journey with either a person who is not well known and a person who is really, really well known. But every time I've performed, I have to be myself. I have to be the person who I am. I have to be a person who loves music, not because I'm sharing a stage with somebody who is so well known that I am all excited, or putting myself into a situation that, oh, I'm so lucky and look, other people are not. I don't like that, because I'd rather be with them and learn what they have already, become what they are. And I think I take that time, that stage, that journey, which I'm always dreaming for, sitting next to them and, kind of understanding how they can do it. And yes, I am lucky. I shared the stage with Anuradha ji, a lovely person, who when she's on the stage, she does encourage you. She does, she does make you feel comfortable, being with her. or even my musicians, the musicians I work with, they're quite professional, not quite, they're very professional. And working with these people, you tend to learn being professional yourself.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of guidance, you see. And I've always had so much guidance from my musicians who I work with, and I can never thank them enough, because without them I would have not been here today. उन लोगों ने मुझे मुझे बहुत बहुत ऐसा मुझे साथ दिया है कि मुझे कभी भी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि मुझे कुछ आता नहीं. Let me tell you the truth. I don't know a single Saregama. When I started it off, I didn't know what Saregama was, because I don't come from a musical family. Where I've married, I'm not from a musical family. I'm not born in a musical family. So obviously, music की journey जब भी start करते हैं तो सारेगामापा तो आना ही चाहिए. मुझे नहीं आता था. I even today, if I have to try something new and I want to sing, I wouldn't know what scale I'm singing on. So मुझे musician से पूछना पड़ता है कि I'm singing this. मुझे बताओ ये कौन सा scale है, क्योंकि मुझे knowledge नहीं है इतनी. और मुझे I don't feel shy or I don't feel embarrassed to ask. No, because they are there. हेल्प मिल जाती है उन लोगों से. कुछ पूछना है तो वो लोग मुझे अच्छी तरह से बताते हैं कि नहीं बिंदु बहन ये और ये. So I am very, very blessed to work with people like this. And not only that, Aarti, it's not just musicians who are here. I've got lovely musicians who I'm working with from India, lovely singers I'm working with them from India during the lockdown. मैंने 3 ऑनलाइन ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स किए जो बहुत सभी को इतना पसंद आया. और one of them was with Sister Jayanti, we took an interview, and that inspired me. So, there's always ideas coming up, the Brahma Kumari, prayer we did for COVID. And it was like the prayer was so touching and so amazing and so powerful that I wanted to create something in between that prayer. So it's kind of education all the time, and you can create new ideas. And
definitely, I mean, I think it's this humbleness of yours, this simplicity of yours that you do your work with, that that really makes you shine. Now, you even done a concert with Supriya Joshi ji, who's extremely talented and I would say extremely highly qualified. She's one of the very few very qualified artists that our industry has. And how has it been working with her, liaising with her? Because you've done quite a few shows with her now.
I have. Supriya is a person who is so much close to my heart. We started Supriya as Supriya, I knew, because we met in one of the Santoshima programs, which we used to do every year with a gentleman called Jay Kotak. And bless him, because of him, I would say he gave me so much, such a good platform to actually me being recognized in front of all this public. And that was the program which I did with Anuradha ji. And then we had 2 more programs with Supriya Joshi. I didn't know Supriya at all, but she is such a humble person, so talented. And the bond became so close that today Supriya is my daughter to me, because we've spent so much time together, so much, so many, like I said, 3 programs together. And the bond becomes so strong. And she doesn't make you feel that, I don't know anything, or I'm not going to listen to her because I'm a mega star. I have so much respect for her. She has so much respect for me. And
No, she's
it's so
amazing.
amazing to
Yeah.
meet people like this through this journey, which obviously has, it's become a dream come true, working with this mega lovely people and mega artists. It's nice to have people like them in your life. So
Definitely.
what more can I ask?
No, it's amazing. It's been an amazing, I would say, an amazing journey. And it's been very interesting for our viewers to learn as well that, about your background and, how you came to even England, your time in India. It's been very interesting to learn the secret that you're the English bhajan singer, which has been amazing. I would love, as soon as somebody says that, I automatically think, is it Hare Krishna? Maybe someone related to them, because automatically that comes to mind. But you have done amazing, from simply singing bhajans, from a tabla player, a harmonium player refusing to play because he's thinking, इनको पता नहीं आता भी है कि नहीं, I don't want to waste my time, to going on stage with such great amazing personalities. It's been an
Yeah,
incredible journey, and now that you've done it, you've got your own single.
yeah,
It's yours. That's your baby. I would say all of the
it is.
effort, the hard work you put in for so many years. This is the
Yeah,
prasad that Lord Shiva has given you, and it's
that's it.
absolutely amazing. So, what's the title of this new track?
Okay, it's called Shiv Mere Data.
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's all about Shiv, what Shiv is. And, during this 18 months where we faced a lot of, trauma, going through this coronavirus, the pandemic has kind of taken a toll over so many people's lives.
Gee.
So it's come out in a good time that we want Lord Shiva now
Yeah.
to be a protector for our universe, for our globe. And it's on those grounds the wordings actually have been a solid, uh, a highlight of the bhajan itself and the single
Hmm.
itself. But one thing I'll say is I have always, from the age of 9, I've always said that whenever I sing and whenever I take my own track out would be for Lord Shiva. I
Gee.
used to be 9 Aarti, and I used to go into this temple where I've come from, and I used to hide behind the door, and I used to say, when will you give me the chance? Why am I not capable of singing for you? And it took me good all these years to pursue something, a dream which I've always dreamt. I used to go to the temple. People, they never used to give me a chance to sing for, we used to have Navratri festival and all that. And like I've explained, the guy and the tabla player thought, what will she sing? So they had the same impression that no, she's not, she won't be capable of singing, because the hi-fi status and all mattered for people. So they thought, oh, what, no, she's not our type, and it was always pushed away. And the first ever time I started singing was at the age of 40. So
Oh my
from 9
God.
years to 40 years, I've always been wanting, I want to do something, I want to do
Yeah.
something. So
Oh my God.
I am today, asking everyone out there that dream,
Yeah.
never stop dreaming, because even if you're at the age of 8 or 9, There will be a time when the doors will open, and you will be able to pursue if you do the hard work.
Yeah.
You have to work hard for it. You can't just say, okay, that's it, I've sang one number, that's it, finished. Music, singing is always education, I say. And I think if you keep on going and going and going, and then there'll be a day when the doors will open itself. And mine, for me, at the age of 40, they open. So
that's amazing.
Here I am.
No, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's, I would say it's been a very challenging journey for you, and, well done to you for not giving up on your dream and making it work, making it happen. Now, there are so many people that must be watching this interview at home right now and thinking, if Bindu could do it, we can as well. What would your advice be, your guidance be to somebody who's got a bit of a dwindling spirit at the moment, who's not sure, am I too old for this? Is it too late for me? I've failed so many times, so should I try again? No one's giving me a chance to move forward. What should I do? If they've got a dream that they may be suppressing or holding on to, and they're thinking, maybe it's not the right time yet, maybe I shouldn't try for this, or maybe this is a silly dream, I shouldn't even push this. What would your advice, your guidance be to them?
I would say, Aarti, for me, my time was very challenging when I wanted to do something, when I wanted to pursue my dream. But when I pursued and started singing, and obviously the dream gradually was becoming, as and being pursued. It wasn't challenging because I was always wanting to do it, and I always wanted to accept what I get and accept what comes along for me to perform. So it's like, if you want to pursue it, and if you want this dream to, become a reality, then if you are singing in front of 5 people, you shouldn't be ashamed. Oh, I'm only singing in front of 5 people. No, you should always, even if you're singing in front of 5 people, still work hard, still practice, still try and make whatever you sing for people to hear and say, no, oh my God, she's singing really good. So whenever you want to do something, work hard that way. Not that you will not be able to get a platform if you expect that, oh, I have to sing in front of 200 people, or I have to sing in front of 700 people. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to work for it. When we started, we used to practice about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, every single day to practice onto the bhajans which were familiar in public. And like I say, I used to learn more, and the practice part was when I used to go for prayers at people's house, because whatever, like I've told you, I can't read Hindi and English. So I had to translate each and every bhajan by listening to what the words were and then writing them down. Because what you read in English, the pronunciation is different to what you are singing. So you have to actually understand what you are singing, understand what that word means. And the best part is, if you understand what the bhajan or the song means, then it comes from your heart. And like I say, singing in front of 5 people, you still make that same amount of effort and hard work. You put that effort and hard work to sing it to 5 people, and you sing it from your heart. If you feel that, no, in front of 5 people, I'm not going to sing it, then close your eyes and imagine yourself singing in front of 300 people. And that's what I did.
No, you've done really, really well, and thank you so much for your words of wisdom. They are like gold to us. So
Yeah.
it's an early Diwali present for so many of us, because it's true. Like whatever you do, give it 100%. Whether it's 5 people, 500, or 5 million people,
Yeah.
give it 100%. And one thing that I really liked about what you just said now is that you have to put in the hard work, you have to put in the effort. The amount of people that have come to me saying, RPG, can you just please give me a chance on TV, or give me a chance on screen? And they're not willing to practice, they're not willing to do anything, they're not willing to do any training, and they just want to like literally just run in and then think, okay, I can become the next big thing. And it doesn't work like that. You have to make sure that you put in some effort is required, and then you can move forward, because it's not easy to win people's hearts. It's not
Yeah.
easy to kind of pursue something which you're passionate about, and make other people believe as well that this person is capable of this, because there's so much competition out there. And there's so much happening, especially during the pandemic. One thing that we've seen, especially online, is this sea of people who have started singing. So many people have started to come forward, and they're practicing and they're trying, whether it's karaoke, whether it's something else. They really, they really kind of pushed themselves and try to be more creative. But with
Yeah.
you, one thing which I loved is that you took it to the next level. You made it stronger. You already had this passion inside you. And even though there's no, I would say, qualification as such in music, but you've made it, you've done it. So this talent is God's gift to you. So it's a God's gifted talent, and you've made it and you've done it. So I just want to say congratulations and well done,
Thank
from all of our viewers, the entire Kismet TV team. I want to say a big giant thank you for your time today as well, because it's been absolutely amazing. But before we go, there's something very important that I need to ask you. Your next event, because we've heard about the past events that you've done, Shivratri events. You helped put together some Brahma Kumari events as well. You've done some bhajans as well. But now I want to hear about this forthcoming event that's coming next. Tell us about that.
Right, Aarti. This again, it's become so mega and so big, which I never knew it would. But
Mm.
it's really amazed me seeing that, I have so much support, and I have so much faith uh, on Lord Shiva, and is guiding me so much. And I can't believe that I've managed to put this event up, and so many people are attending. It's the Navratri festival, and it's for children, it's especially for kids. And we hold that event every year on the first Sunday of the Navratri festival. So the 9 days,
Mm-hmm.
um, between that 9 days, the first Sunday, just one day for 2 or 3 hours. We normally do it for 3 hours, and it's called the Kids Fun Pack Navratri Festival. I started off with 20 kids.
Wow.
Just for fun. I thought, oh, you know what? Parents,
Yeah.
adults, why I had this idea is that when I was a child, I was never been able to play Navratri
Oh,
properly,
oh,
because you were stopped, because they would not allow child playing with the
yeah.
adults. So we used to sit in the corner, and we used to cry. Oh my God,
Yeah.
they're not allowing me to play. It
Mm.
was it was very
Yeah.
frustrating sitting
Yeah.
there, and or if you go and play with them, they'll push you aside because you're a
Mm.
child. And I used to do a Navratri festival with one of these organizations in one of the schools. And I thought, the kids are coming. Again, I used to see they used to push the kids away. And I says, I'm going to announce this Navratri for kids. And we started off with 20 kids from their organization, from the
Mm-hmm.
school. And then gradually after 3 years, the kids started building up. So it came from 20 to 50, 50 to 100.
Wow.
And past 5 years, the first one, I did one of these temples, which has a capacity of 700 people, and fully sold out.
Oh my God, touch
Fully
it.
sold out.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And the thing is, the kids absolutely enjoyed. And I don't cut corners because, okay, it's kids Navratri. That's fine. We'll put a radio cassette on and we'll just switch it on, or a laptop on, and the kids can just have fun. No, I do it. I don't cut corners, even though they are kids. They have a heart, and I've seen, because I was pushed and pulled because I was a child. I have my band there.
Oh, wow.
I have 3 or 4 musicians and about 3 singers there. So exactly what the adults have for 9 days for Navratri, I do it for 3 hours for kids. Having a band there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Professional singers singing from them, for them. And so that we can encourage more kids to be, know things about Navratri festival and the culture part of it. So we can encourage the parents to bring them along. We feed them with pizzas and chips.
Oh my God, they would love that. Amount of children who would say to their parents, now, take us to Bindu Auntie's one. We want to go there.
Because I'm getting pizza and chips. And kids are so loved. And I ask them to, dress up traditionally and come along. And then we obviously do exactly what the adults do at the 9 days. So we play, the 2 Betali Garba, then we have the 3 Tali Garba, then we have the Ras, and then we have the Ranjanyu, Scenario, everything. And then we do the Thad and Arti as well. So exactly what the adults are doing for 9 days, we do it with my band. And then happily they go
away. This year
I'm
coming as well. I know I'm not a kid. I'm coming as well.
You must come. I really want you to come, because I want you to see how the kids enjoy themselves. And because last year we didn't do it, I got so many parents that our children are crying. The Navratri festival has come. Bindu, when are you going to do something? And I says, no, last year I had to refuse. And this year, since June onwards, the parents have been contacting me. Bindu Auntie, will you be having, because the children want to have Navratri. So yes, I'm doing it, but I've shortened the hours. This year, we've got a lot of safety procedures and protocols in place. And obviously, because of COVID, we are not going to feed them with pizzas and chips here this year, but we are making them a food parcel where they can take it with them at home. And it's amazing, because they're so nicely dressed and so nicely, and then the parents make the effort. We've only got few parents who, obviously you can't please anyone, so few parents will complain, oh, you haven't fed the children in time and all that. But I ignore it, because if you are in this field, criticism is going to be there. You won't be able to please everyone. And that is one more advice I would give to everyone, that sometimes doing in your musical journey, you will be able to get people who you won't be able to please. And you will be going coming across with a few people who will always judge you, and who will always say, oh, you've not done this right, or you're not capable of doing that. Don't let them put you down. You have to ignore things. You have to take things positively. And what I would say is, what I have learned from Brahma Kumaris is, you can change yourself, but you cannot change other people. You cannot change other people's behavior. This is what they are. You have to accept them as they are. you can't please everyone, and you are you, they are they. If you don't like something about them, then you can't change them. You try and change yourself and try and love that person who is who is saying things about you, who is obviously not happy with what you are doing. But you have to understand that you cannot change other people. You
Yes.
cannot change other people's behavior.
No, that's
So
definitely, very, very good advice, and I hope a lot
yeah,
of people are able to take this as a positive and learn from it.
yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today. Quickly before we go, if somebody wants to help with donations or with a contribution, especially towards the pizza and chips parcels, or how can they do that?
They can actually contact me. I don't know how, but I can unless
Yeah, we can put your details at the bottom of the screen, and hopefully people would be able to get in touch that way.
yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that.
Every pound which you donate, it's either going to the food we provide for the children. And I've at this year, I normally don't have a limit on selling the tickets, but this year we are only having limited tickets, and they are going to about 500 tickets we are selling this year due to the COVID protocols. Anybody who donates would actually go towards the food we are providing for the kids. The event I'm putting on, where we are having a band so the children can enjoy as the adults are enjoying. So every pound you donate, we are making use of it for the event. Any singers we hire or any singers who come along and make an event memorable for the kids, it goes. Because the thing is, whoever is going to come, it's always nice to give them something, so next year they would perform the same way, or help towards whatever we are doing, the venue we are at. So and whatever remaining, I support Great Ormond Street Hospital, so whatever remaining, I put it towards that. So please, if anybody is willing to donate, every pound is used generously and obviously used in a manner, so especially for kids, so we can obviously make the event. And this year we are stuck because we are not selling many tickets, and I'm not knowing how many parents will attend, because due to COVID, people are still in fear, parents are still in fear. The COVID numbers are high at the minute. So I don't know what numbers I will expect. I might not be able to sell all the tickets I'm putting out, because it's always a full house. But this year I'm doubtful. So yes, your donations will help us, and we will be able to, have the children.
We will scroll the details for you so that people can get in touch. And also on our social media platforms, we'll definitely make sure that people are aware. And then they can contribute, because I'm sure they would love to such a lovely cause, especially where every single penny is being used in a positive way. Thank you so much for your time, Bindu Modi ji. Thank you so much for your wisdom, and thank you so much for your love. We wish you every success for your new single. And
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You look after yourself until next time.
Thank you so much, Shati. It's such a pleasure to be speaking to you, and obviously many more to come along. So, and I'm waiting for you to come for the kids Navratri, yeah?
I will do. Thank you. Thank you so much.